15. I'm just here to share my story on how my classmates made me really depressed. I have strict Asian parents who expect my grades to be high, else they'll scold me. I'm also not allowed to have a boyfriend until I graduate, which doesn't bother me as I can't stand guys. I'm not bisexual, but all I've received off guys is bullying and aggravation, so I'm not a big fan of them. When I was 13, I transferred to a well-known school in my city. I managed to enter the elite class. As the months passed, I realized how much of a stress it was. The workload was insane. On top of this, I had to cope with the cruel remarks of some of the boys. This had been happening since I was a little kid because of my chubby body, but now in middle school, it was more painful to see their disgusted eyes because of my looks. I'm no pretty girl, which is why I feel outcast by my elite classmates, since most of them are talented, intelligent, and pretty good-looking at the same time. I'm a good drawer, but this girl called Jenna is better than me, and she's really pretty. I was so envious of her. I got depressed to the point that I just stopped drawing and found excuses to tell my mom just to skip school. I was struggling to keep up my grades, so I was transferred to another class. Now I'm stuck with these new people. I have one classmate who I was in class with the last year. Unfortunately, we weren't close though, because he's a guy and I have this hatred towards males. Luckily, almost all of us were new, so it wasn't that hard to make new friends. I managed to befriend almost all of the girls in my class. As the days passed by, I realized how chaotic my new class was. The boys didn't seem to care about their grades and were so disruptive. Weeks passed, then one of our major subject teachers gave us a group project, which I was so excited about at first. We had a whole month to finish it. Simple, right? Wrong. Weeks passed, and I was really surprised and worried at the same time because my new classmates were actually so chill about it. Like, we were wasting 2 weeks and we hadn't done anything yet about our project. We only started making our project a week before the deadline. When it was the day of the deadline, our teacher asked us about our project and why no one submitted one to her from our section. I was so confused. One girl from our group was meant to send it in. The teacher got mad and failed us. I was really devastated since I'd never failed anything before in my entire life. When it was break time, I asked the girl why she hadn't handed in our project. To my surprise, she said she didn't know how to edit a video. I was so mad. Why did she volunteer to do something she didn't know how to do? I felt under so much pressure to please my parents and live up to their high expectations. My older sister Freya is a scholar, and my brother Jake is one of the top students from his entire year. Recently, I overheard Freya's conversation and I was flabbergasted when she told my mom that her overall average is a 97. When my dad read my report card and found out that I'd only gotten a 73 overall grade score, he was furious. I tried explaining about the project and how that girl had ruined it for me, but he didn't want to hear it. He told me that I was a disappointment. That hurt so much. My depression worsened as the days passed. I started drawing again to cope with my depression, and luckily, it worked. I would constantly sacrifice my own health and time just to finish a group project because I knew I couldn't rely on them to do their part. It got to the point where I got really sick because I have to finish a group project all by myself. When third year came, I found out I'm stuck in this class until I graduate. I literally want to jump out of the building since it's like 2 more years to sacrifice my own health and time for the sake of my grades being safe for my chaotic classmates. Luckily, my friends are always helping me to manage my time. I am so lucky to have them because they are amazing, genuine people. It's hard though, as I'm under so much pressure. My classmates don't seem to care that I'm doing a group project by myself, yet they're happy to take the good grades for themselves. I've tried to get them to help me out. I arranged a project meetup at 9 a.m. in the front gate of our school, where most students meet up during the weekends. I waited for 3 hours, and no one showed up. Turns out they'd canceled the meetup and not bothered to tell me. I was so mad. I sent an announcement in the group project chat, but my male classmates make it all a joke and send stupid memes. I barely have enough sleep. Usually I get to sleep at 3 a.m. Not great when class starts at 6:30 a.m. So I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to prepare. I'm so tired that on multiple occasions, I've almost fallen asleep in class. I'm too afraid to take a day off to catch up on my sleeps as I don't want to miss anything important. Right now, I'm 15, and I'm still dealing with my depression because of them. I haven't told my parents about how I'm feeling because I'm scared they won't understand. Sometimes I just cry all night because I'm scared how my grades will turn out because of my disruptive classmates. I still feel so down on everything and don't know how I'm going to cope with the cruel comments and my crazy workload. I've tried focusing on improving my drawings, and also I started a new hobby just to try and forget my problems with my classmates. I write stories and poems to occupy my time, which turned out well. There are still times that I get sick because of all the work that I have to do, but with the help of my friends, I managed to continue my days. What do you think I should do about my classmates? Should I tell them how I feel about their actions, or should I just keep quiet and keep on doing all the work?